Hi guys, it's Rachel. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Today we are doing another battle review. I'm always excited to do these. These are so much fun. It is between the Loreal Paradise Enchanted Peach Scented Palette and the Covergirl Peach Punch Peach Scented Palette. I saw these both at my local Walmart and they looked so similar and the concept was so similar that I really wanted to compare them and see which one was better. I also picked up two blushes from those collections. So I have the shade Fantastical in the Paradise Enchanted blush and the shade 120 in the Peach Punch blush. There are multiple items in these collections, but that's all I picked up was a blush and a palette from each. Now I'm going to do this battle review a little bit differently. I have already filmed me doing this eye look and I used one palette on each eye, but one of them looked so much worse than the other that I ended up wiping it off and just doing the other eye to match the good eye. And then I did apply one blush to each side of my face. So I have different blushes on right now because I wanted you to see them in action and see how they really do compare against each other. The color story is super similar. It's just a brown and peach color story between both of them. So it's very similar. I was able to do pretty much an identical look color-wise, but just with the way the shadows performed, it didn't look the same and it didn't look, you know, I wouldn't go out in public with one eye looking all wonky like that. So let's get into that application and let me show you how they actually apply and perform against each other, and then I'll get to my final thoughts and let you know who I think won. So I've already primed my eyes with the Bare Minerals Gen Nude Eyeshadow Primer, and I am cleaning my brushes in between on a tissue, so I'm using the same brush for each color and I'm picking similar colors and doing the same look on each eye. So let's start first with the left eye and the L'Oreal palette. Since those will start with L, I should remember which goes on which side. And we are going to take these two browns and mix them together to create the exact tone that I want to try and match the one in the Covergirl palette, and just putting that in the transition area. And as you can see, that goes on really nicely. It blends out really easily. It's great in the transition. I'm having no issues there whatsoever. Then we're going into the Covergirl palette. I'm going into this warm brown right here, and this one is sticking a bit more. You can see where I initially placed my brush. It's a lot more pigmented, so it's a little bit harder to blend out, but it does blend eventually if you keep working at it. But it's still darker in that area where I first placed it. And then in the L'Oreal palette, I'm going into this dark brown with a tapered brush and putting that on the outer corner and into the crease, and marrying that with the transition color. And as you can see, that went on really seamlessly. There's a little bit, if you're gonna be picky, a little bit of a darker spot right here, but I don't even know if that comes across on camera. And I'm just going to take that fluffy brush and really blend everything just like I normally would with any eye look. And to me, that looks like a pretty seamless blend and really nice. So let's try that with the Covergirl palette, and we're gonna go into this deep dark brown right here on that same tapered brush. Put that on the outer corner and into the crease. Now I haven't blended with the fluffy crease brush yet, but to me there's more of a distinct line. It didn't blend as easy with the initial placement and with this brush. But we're gonna go back in and try and make it a smooth transition. I still see like a dark line. I hope you can see that because to me it does not look good. Okay, next we're gonna do the lid shade, and I'm going into this shimmery peach right here, and I am going to wet it with some setting spray because I find that the shimmery shades are better when they're wet. Putting that all over the inner portion of the lid. To me, that went on really nice. It blended into the shadow really easy, so it has nice soft lines, no harsh lines. So let's wipe it off and go into the Covergirl palette in this shimmery peach shade right here. Not exactly the same shade, but close enough. And then wet it. And that's what you get. Is barely there, at least in my mirror. On camera, I think it looks a little more intense, but it's like barely there. And on the lower lash line, I'm going to take this mixture of these two browns that I did before on a pencil brush and focus that on the outer half of the lower lash line. Then take that shimmery peach color on the pencil brush, put that on the inner half of the lower lash line, all the way to the inner corner. I think that worked beautifully. So let's do it on the Covergirl side. Take this color right here and put that on the outer. Ooh, should have tapped that off. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord, this is not cute. Okay, so much fallout. You know, I was warned about the fallout of this palette, but I didn't have an issue until just there. That was too much. That doesn't look as cute, but now you see how careful you have to be on the lower lash line. So then I'm going to take that shimmery peach shade and I'm going to mix it with this matte brighter peach to kind of match this a bit more. Put that on the inner half and on the inner corner. Now I promise I'm really trying hard to make my eyes look the same and make myself look good and look pretty, but there is clearly a difference in how these eyes look, and to me, the L'Oreal side looks so much better. Like, I'm not loving this. I'm not loving this. So I'm gonna go ahead and compare the blushes now before I put on mascara, because I'm gonna remove this eye and do it like this so I don't look crazy. I got the L'Oreal Peach Paradise or Paradise Enchanted in Fantastical, and then the Covergirl Peach Punch in 120. So I'm gonna do the same sides. So this side is L'Oreal, this side is Covergirl. And again, like I said in the beginning in the intro, I have tried these products multiple times. I just wanted to demo them for you so you could see how they perform. So as you can see, this is extremely pigmented. It's giving me a super intense flush. Like, that is really peach and really intense and really pretty, I think. I really like it, and I just tapped my brush in like twice. The Covergirl one, maybe it'll surprise me today. I'm always hoping products will surprise me, but I like tap my brush a lot, and then maybe it'll show up like the L'Oreal one. Maybe. Come on. Okay, it's showing up now. And you know, I really pounded my brush in there. It has a lot less color payoff. This one is still brighter and more intense with barely tapping my brush in there than this side. They both look pretty on the skin. I don't know, it's up to you and what you're looking for in a blush. I just wanted to really quickly show you how these products actually perform. Let me give you a close-up one more time. So this is the Covergirl side. And this is the L'Oreal side. And this is them side by side. So what do you think? Okay, now that we have that mess out of the way, I did redo this eye with the L'Oreal palette and I think it looks a ton better. I want to go over some details with the palettes and the blushes really quick, pricing and all of that. So the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted palette, I got mine at Walmart for $11.97, but you can also get it at Ulta for $14.99 if you want to like use your points and use one of those like buy one get one 50% off deals. Then you can always get it at Ulta. It has 7 grams of product and 12 shades, and 5 of those are mattes and 7 of those are shimmers. And it does have a very delicious, very strong peach scent. All of these products do. Then the Covergirl Peach Punch palette was $9.88 or $9.98 at Walmart. Ulta did not look like they carried it. It is 6.5 grams of product for 8 shades with 4 mattes and 4 shimmers. So that's a really good ratio. And then the blushes, the L'Oreal blush was $10.97 at Walmart. And again, I got the shade Fantastical, and the packaging comes with a little mirror underneath here, so that's really cool. And it's $12.99 at Ulta, and it's 9 grams of product. That is a lot of product. And it has like a satin finish, I would say, and it still has that peach scent that the palettes did. The Covergirl Peach Punch blush I got in the shade 120, and this is $6.94 at Walmart for 3.4 grams, so a lot less product. And it is also kind of a satin finish, and there is no mirror or anything in here. It's just this little compact right here. After watching me apply those products, I'm sure you have your own idea of who won and what you would purchase if you were in the market for a drugstore peach item. But for me, I want to explain, because I know stuff appears different on camera and you might not have seen what I saw. So between the two palettes, I have been playing with these for at least a month. I think I've been planning this review for a while. I even wore the L'Oreal palette in my Invisible Illness video, which I will link up there if you want to see a really beautiful look with this palette. The thing is, every time I play with these palettes, I love the look I come up with this one, and I'm disappointed with the look and how it turns out with this one. It just doesn't blend quite the same. It muddies together, or it doesn't blend out and there's like a weird line, and it's very like chunky, and I just am never happy with my looks, which, you know, I'm not an expert, I'm still learning, but usually I can come up with something I'm happy with. But with this palette, I'm never happy. So for me, between these two palettes, the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted is the way to go. It's only a couple dollars more, and you do get half a gram more of product, and you do get several more shades. So I think it is worth the slight price hike over the Covergirl, you know, $11.97 versus $9.98. And just the way the eyes turn out is just so much better in my opinion. If you're looking for something with intense pigment right off the bat, you want to go with the L'Oreal. If you like more of a buildable blush, you want to go with the Covergirl. For me, I could go either way, but I enjoy the way this one looks on my skin better. I don't know, I just think it looks better. It's prettier on my skin somehow. I don't know how. It's the satiny finish of it just looks prettier. It's almost like the Gen Nudes with their blurring soft focused effect. Like, I don't see that with the Covergirl, even though it has a satin finish, but I do see it with the L'Oreal. The price comparison here of $6.94, so like $7 for 3.5 grams of product versus $11 for 9 grams of product. I think it's worth it considering how much product you get in this one. So for me, L'Oreal wins the blushes too. But let me know your thoughts down below of who you think won this battle, whether you're gonna pick up anything from the Covergirl Peach line or from the L'Oreal Peach line. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you have not already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!